Hey everyone, this is Corey with Stafford's EDC, and today we're taking a look at the Rosecraft Blades French Broad Jack. This is a slip joint, as you can see, and I guess it is a French design by the name. It's not a pattern that I'm familiar with otherwise from the slip joint world. It doesn't quite look like anything else that I'm used to. It's certainly not a legule, or I think that's how you say it. It's not that traditional French knife pattern, but perhaps it has some roots in French knife design. I have not read the history on this guy, but what I have read is that this one will run you $54. I totally misspoke in the last video. I just filmed this, which is the Sequatchie River Jack. This is $62. This is $54. So I'm going to have to try and remember to edit that. But regardless, this is, I believe, the sandalwood variety. So this has some nice light wood with some good grain to it. You know, it's got some character. Pretty generic, but you got some nice darker stripes on this side. You can kind of feel the pins, but it's not too bad. You might get some warpage in wood over time, especially with the weather. And the shield is proud, but that's intentional. You can feel this all the way around. It's kind of like a blobby federal shield. It's not quite a federal, but kind of looks like one. Nevertheless, the fit and finish on this guy is pretty good. You have no real gappage. The spring's not quite super flush. You can probably hear my fingernail hit that. So the spring is recessed just a little bit, not egregiously or anything like that. You might be able to see the light catching the liners there. Yeah, you can. So you can see there's just a little bit of a recess. But again, no gaps. This guy is centered, which hopefully you can see. And we'll show off the action a little bit, the walk and talk. So you can hear it's got a decent pull to it, and it does snap. The snap is late, which it is in all Rosecraft knives. You can see just how close to this half stop I have to get before it wants to jump. And then to closed is better, but I'd prefer it to be like this at the half stop as well. It would be very nice to get to, you know, this point here and then have it go, but instead we're getting almost all the way, which is disappointing. You know, I want these to be snappier, and what I attributed it to in my last video that I filmed was that the corners of this tang are just too round. You can see how rounded off that is on the inside. The way that light is reflecting on it. It should be more square, in my opinion, anyway. As a knife, functionally speaking, this is pretty comfortable in hand. You can see how this would fit in the hand right here. You know, despite this getting skinnier, it is pretty comfortable. And you have a nice spot to rest your pointer finger here, right underneath the kick. And it's very usable. It's a great utility blade shape. No doubting that a Wharncliffe is nice and simple, keeps it easy, and you know there's not a whole lot bad to say about this. It's pretty comfortable in the hand. The action's okay. It's not anything out of this world, but it is a decent looking knife, and for under $60, it's pretty good slip joint to pick up. Fit and finish wise, they always are gonna pretty much outrank case unless you can find one in person that's really good. I would not buy a case online. I just really wouldn't do it unless you absolutely love one. These you can trust though. The fit and finish on all the ones I've handled has been really good. The jumping to the half stop and closed and open has been kind of spotty on every Rosecraft I've handled. It's just that tang design, I believe. So something that I would prefer that they change, but nevertheless, you know, you can't really go wrong with these for the price. D2 steel. So they're kind of stainless. You know, it's not a tool steel D2. It does have some stainless properties to it, but it's not going to patina or anything. It's not carbon steel, which is what I'm alluding to, since it is a slip joint. A lot of people are carbon steel purists. They're also made in the USA purists, and these are made over in China. So a lot of people will be turned off by that from the traditional crowd. But, you know, for just a beater budget piece, you can't really beat these. I mean, you're going to spend way more on a GEC. And it's going to be better. It's going to be American made. But, you know, if you just want something to use that's got a more modern steel to it. You know, the Rosecrafts are pretty good. And this French Broad Jack is no exception. I like this a lot more than the Sequatchie River Jack. And I prefer some other models over it, some of the Barlow models that they have. But nevertheless, the Nolichucky was really good too. This is another good one. So this is the French Broad Jack from Rosecraft Blades. And I'm going to leave this one there. Nice and short. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to pick one of these up, you can find them at rosecraftblades.com. You know, their website is, I believe, the only retail location that sells these, though there might be some retailers that carry them. You'd have to check that on your own because I have no idea. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.